Shelly, and congratulations on 9 months pregnant. That's very exciting. Thank you for being with us today.
You don't see it because you see me talk.
No, amazing. And I'd be really interested in what evidence are you aware of for the benefits of a more inclusive working environment?
Maybe before I go to that, just to add to why, I think we have to acknowledge that the governments are driving a lot of this.
Great.
You know, like Saudi Arabia, you have to be at 30% by 2030, and for some companies that are starting at 0 to 5%, the journey is going to be a long one. And in the studies that we have done as BCG, the business case is so clear. So the governments are mandated, business case is clear because we see that companies that are more diverse tend to be 20% more innovative or have EBIT that's about 10% more than peers. And in addition to that, you know, because of that context, CEOs are championing diversity now. And as the CEOs and the C-suite start to come out and lead the change, then it trickles through the organization and we start seeing true change. So I think the momentum is there and we will keep the tide. How are we seeing it? I think we're seeing it in a number of different ways. And I was alluding to this in the introduction earlier. And I'll talk about maybe the two different styles that I see. You know, we see what I consider to be more analogous to the Western style in some companies where they're taking that very much core diversity approach in terms of integration of, you know, not only females, but people with disabilities, people of different backgrounds into the workforce. And they're doing that using different, I would say, initiatives across the employee value chain, whether it's using technology and AI for blind recruitment, sponsorship programs to ensure that people that actually get into the company have the right opportunity to move up and can fight unconscious and other biases that might be implicit in an environment like ours where women have not been in the workforce. But interestingly, and what I quite like, is that companies have also recognized the culture of the region. And they've also recognized that as we bring women in, and as we tease, you know, society to bring more women into the workforce, it's not going to be a sudden step change for everyone in terms of integration. So if I give you the examples of ADNOC and Pepsi, what they have done, for example, is have women-only facilities. So the Ruth Meyer oil field is an example where they say, okay, we have to bring women in and we wanted to do it quickly in a way that's culturally sensitive. So we have an oil field that is run by women. You saw the same thing with Pepsi in Saudi Arabia, where they have one of their snack producing facilities that is also all female. So I think we're seeing multiple different initiatives and approaches being used across the region to drive successful uptake in diversity within the companies.
Thank you. That's really interesting.